Meeting the additional needs of children using assistive technologies. Using Immersive Reader built into Word.
Gary, one of the ideas we're promoting through this project is what we call child-centered innovation. It's not about the technology, it's about the child.
I agree.
Yeah. How the technology can support the child. So what I'd like to do is throw a problem at you, and then we'll match the available technology that might be built into every laptop, every app, to the needs of the child. So if we can imagine a 14-year-old lad, very capable in every way except he is a slow reader. He gets confused and he loses his place when there's large chunks of text. Is there a way that assistive technologies can help him in the classroom, at home, when he's reading on screen?
Yes, definitely. What I'll do, I'll show you something on my laptop, because I do think, given the learning that you mentioned, the key thing here is what's called text-to-speech. It's allowing, for example, the learner to listen to the text and be able to follow it and trace it, and that will, for example, give him that much more confidence to be able to follow what is happening within the classroom. So what I've got here is just a simple Word document.
Yep.
And what has now been built in, which Microsoft has created that works along all platforms, is what's called Immersive Reader. Inside a Word document, we can just go straight into View. And within View, you have now what's known as the learning tools within Microsoft.
Yes.
It's called Immersive Reader. Just going to click on it just once. And what this does, this opens the text in a new window, basically to show the text and removes everything that's surrounding it.
Okay.
But one of the things that, as I just mentioned, text-to-speech, it does have other tools as well. One of the other tools it has in here is what's called column width. Sometimes when students are looking at text, they, for example, may get confused or just find it so distracting that there is so much on screen in one place. So you can see here at the present moment it's in narrow form. We can also change that. We can make it much more slimmer. Or if necessary, we can make it much wider so it spreads the text around the screen. Again, you've got to understand who the learner is and how they are visually looking at text on screen.
And of course, having this at the touch of a button, it gives the young person the choice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So I'm just going to change back to text. The next ideal thing on here is page color.
Of course, young people with dyslexia, sometimes the background color is vital.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Dyslexia, dyspraxia, those, for example, again, VI, visually impaired, this will make such a difference to them being able to look at the text, be able to read the text, and also follow the text on the screen.
So you can flip it.
So one of the key things here is to change the actual background of the text.
Fantastic.
It just allows the text now to stand out much clearer for them to visually be able to trace what's on the screen. The next slide on here, I'm just going to change the text back, is text spacing. Changing the size of the space. So basically what this does is it makes more space on the text that I can visually see it, and also just makes it more clearer on the screen so it doesn't look so jumbled. Next one is syllables. Now syllables, this one, for example, breaks down those who are struggling when it comes to reading, breaks down each of the words on screen, so it's just much easier to then understand.
For young readers, very good to help them learn phonetically.
Absolutely.
And for the older, slower readers, that phonetic breakdown can help them understand and read.
Absolutely spot on.
Wonderful.
The last feature now on here is the most important one, which is the text-to-speech software. By clicking on, for example, the button Read Aloud,
trillion kilometer. The universe has not always been the same size.
and you can see that is speaking quite slow, but that's down to a learner's individuality. What I can do here, on the right hand side, is providing me with a toolbar. I'm just going to pause that, go into settings,
Yes.
and inside here I can change the speed. So I'm just going to up the speed of the reading. I can also change the voice as well. Some learners may prefer a female voice, some may prefer a male voice. Again, it's their choice. I'm just going to change that here. Click back on the text. Click on the play button.
The universe has not always been the same
So you can
size.
see,
Scientists
so much faster.
I can see some of the students having a bit of fun with that.
Okay.
Okay, that's really good. I suppose the voice is a bit robotic
It is,
because it's using the facility built into the machine.
absolutely.
Maybe we can have a look at A more advanced version of...
I totally agree, and there is. Microsoft, for example, created this software that works because all platforms will now put it online, etc., which is now accessible to everybody. So we should do that.